Hello, Leo, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. So, before we begin, I have two cards here for you. And the feeling that I have from these is like you're wanting something so much here, but it's like just not happening for you right now. So, from Lay Vampire, you pulled Burnt by the Sun, Ambition, Extension, and Reach. Now, this card is talking about how you have to go beyond the limits that you set for yourself. And it's also saying that you may not succeed, but with hard work and patience and practice, your desires will be within reach, but you cannot be afraid of failure. So it's like you're trying, but you're just not seeing it quite yet. But, again, it's like you need to go beyond what is limiting you right now. And then when you look at that with balance from Chakra Wisdom, this card says that running towards something may chase it away. Be wary of being deceived by your own desires. It's about chasing illusions, compulsive behavior, self-neglect. You can't do that to yourself when you're wanting to chase your desires. And I think you really need to look at here what it is that you're wanting to go after. But again, it's like you're really wanting this here, but you cannot be afraid of failure. You need to continue. This is the energy coming through. So maybe what you're wanting is a water sign. The Queen of Cups. This to me is somebody. This is definitely not your energy coming through. I think what you're doing right now is focusing yourself on a person. So the Queen of Cups is a water sign. This is somebody who is very emotionally intuitive, very open, very loving, very giving. And with her being the signifier and just saying what I said, it's like something's going on here, though, where you need to be careful about, again, chasing illusions and being deceived by your own desires. But, Burnt by the Sun is like, man, you're trying for this. Oh, wow. The past coming through, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about fate. This is about second chances and going again. And seeing that with her, it's like, man, yeah, there's this feeling of you really wanting to be like involved with this person. And it's like there's second chances happening here. So with the Wheel of Fortune, all the bad is going down. The good is coming up. And Anubis is suggesting rebirth here. And again, it's like second chances. And again, fate being on your side. Oh, and in the present, man. The Five of Cups is emotional loss and suffering. And, again, with this card, not all is lost here. But, man, there's this emotional feeling involved with this person here. But with the Wheel of Fortune coming through, it's like, I almost feel like some of you are wanting to have another chance with somebody. And there may have been some, really difficult feelings involving this person. And again, not all is lost. And what isn't lost is the Two of Cups that are still standing, Wow, Leo. Oh my. Now, yeah, I feel like looking at this so the Queen of Wands being your future conditions here. This is about, this is definitely your energy coming through. This is about you stepping into your own power, right? And taking control of your situation. This is a dynamic person. But, seeing two queens like that, it's like a rivalry almost. But, it's like there's this part of you that's like wanting some second chances here, but there's some hard feelings. There are some hard feelings going on. Oh my goodness. The best path to follow. You've got some people surrounding you for sure. You're focused on emotional pain right now that may have to do with this person here because here she is right in the middle. Here you are wanting to be powerful and dynamic and being in control. And then the King of Pentacles is telling you that, is your best path to follow. This is about you being open to giving and receiving, being dependable, and definitely Leo is King Midas for sure. But, again, the King of Pentacles is an earth sign coming through. And I feel like looking at it, it's like almost two different aspects of yourself are going on right now when it comes to this person. It's like there's a part of you that wants to show that fire side, right? Now, these could definitely be people coming through, but the way that I'm seeing this, especially with that king sitting there, it's like these are a part of you. You're wanting to show that fire side, but your best path to follow is saying that you need to show that dependable side if you're wanting a second chance with somebody. Wow, Leo. Wow, what the hell is going on with you right now? But then looking at it the other way, there's some hurt feelings going on, and it may be between a couple of different people here, But again, as your best path to follow, if you're wanting to come off as Leo, I think right now what you need to do is to come off as an earth sign instead. Is almost what it feels like. Like you need to show that you are dependable. Oh yeah, there is a passion going on here. The Knight of Wands in your environment right now is saying that, you're wanting to go after your passion. And I feel like your passion is this person here. And there's like this emotional junk that's lingering. But there's like, with the wheel, there's like wanting this second chance. And here you are like, look at me, here I am. But your best path to follow is saying you need to show a dependable side. And then seeing the Knight of Wands, you're like, yeah, you're wanting to go. You're wanting to go after this. The Knight of Wands is passionate and driven and seeking those new adventures. And then when you talk about it in a relationship standpoint, it's like whirlwind romance. But it's like these different aspects of yourself here. But I feel like you're wanting a second chance with this person here. For sure. But there's junk that needs to be dealt with. Your hopes and your fears. So now to me, it's like you're on guard. You're on guard, but you're willing to continue fighting for what it is that you want. The problem here is that, the person that's on guard may be blocking themselves from new messages coming through. I mean, because they're so focused on continuing the fight, and being beat up emotionally. I mean, definitely. It's like you're on guard here. And I almost wonder if this person isn't coming through and like, inciting this passion within you. But there's some feelings that need to be dealt with here because you're like on guard, and again, with balance, be careful about chasing illusions here, But when you look at that with Burnt by the Sun, it's like needing to refocus yourself on what your desires truly are. I mean, what are you really wanting out of this? Because clearly there's a passion going on here. And I still feel like these are the different aspects of yourself. Here you're dynamic and powerful. And here, you need to show that you're dependable. But there's some emotional junk here. My goodness, Leo. Oh, and the outcome. So the Three of Cups is about celebration. I know I've seen this for you guys before, and it's about being surrounded by the support group that you have and celebrating with them, I feel like you're definitely going to do what you need to do to deal with this right here. Whatever is going on here and whatever emotions that you're dealing with involving this person, it's like they're going to start to clear up. The focus will start to change because it's like you're focusing on how you're presenting yourself almost to this person. And it's like you're wanting to fight for this. But emotionally, you're like a little beat up. And the Three of Cups coming out is like, and if you're surrounded by people right now, it's like they're supporting you in going after your passions. Wow, Leo, you've got some stuff going on, but I really feel like that Queen there is what your focus is on. And there's this feeling of second chances. And I mean, because this is definitely you coming through with that feeling of, being that powerful fire sign. But your best path to follow is like, hey, you got to show that you're dependable too here before you start running after this. But again, chasing running after something may chase it away is the message with balance. So it's like, yeah, there definitely needs to be some balance, because if your focus is on this person, but you still have hurt feelings and you're beat up, then yeah, you can't chase that. You have to stop. And Burnt by the Sun is saying the same thing. You have to stop. You can't continue to reach for things and expect them to happen immediately when you don't have, the proper training or have done the work that needs to be done, which is what's happening here. This is the work that needs to be taken care of here. So if you're wanting to go after this person here, you have to stop for a minute and deal with the emotional issues that are going on. But I feel like you do. And I feel like it's centered around how you're presenting yourself to this person here. But you end up in this spot of celebration and like emotional fulfillment and support. But, again here, it's like, what are you really wanting out of this, Leo? I mean, what are you really wanting to see happen here? Because again, with Burnt by the Sun, it's like, you're trying so hard, but you're not seeing it. But I think you need to ask yourself, what do you truly want to see out of this here? Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer you. Yes, you do need to love who you are. All the aspects of yourself. You are fire. You are passionate. And you're also very dependable and very warm-hearted. Oh, you guys have such a loving, open heart. So yeah, Leo, I really feel like here, if your focus is on a person, whether this is somebody you're wanting a second chance with or you're trying to fix issues in a relationship, it's time to really get to know that person and take a break from the emotional pain. Take the break and take your focus off of it so that you can start to correct those issues and then love who you are in all aspects of yourself. Okay, Leo, so I feel like looking at this, your focus right now is on a person that you have a passion for. And there's this feeling here of the Wheel of Fortune coming through of like second chances with them, even though there's this feeling of emotional pain and feeling like you've been beat up emotionally. But, again, with this being in your hopes and your fears, it's like you're willing to fight for this. Now, on the other hand, if you have people around you right now, I feel like these people are supporting your passions and what it is that you want to go after here. You have support. You are surrounded by people that love you and are supporting what you're doing. Now, I feel like these are two different aspects of yourself. Your best path to follow is telling you that you need to be wise, you need to be dependable, and you need to be open to giving and receiving. And I feel like that has more to do with what you pulled in Whispers of Love and getting to know each other and being open to talking to them and getting past that emotional pain. But then with the Queen of Wands, it's like you're wanting to come off as that fiery, passionate side of yourself, which is understandable. But you also need to show that you can be dependable and that this person here that you have a passion for can depend on you. Now, I feel like out of this, though, the important thing here to remember is that, you need to really be careful about chasing illusions here. When it comes to, those of you who may be single or are interested in another person, it's like, what are you really intending to do here? And if this is somebody from the past coming through, that you're wanting this second chance with, but there's like this emotional pain, I feel like, you need to really ask yourself what it is that you expect to happen out of this. What is it that you're really wanting from this? Because it's like you're trying, but you're not seeing it happen. And I feel like it's because you need to take a minute here to love who you are and really get to know the person before you start passionately and actively seeking them out. Now, if you're in a relationship, yeah, it's time to fix those emotional issues. You need to love who you are in all aspects of yourself. The fiery, passionate side and the dependable, warm-hearted, open side as well. And then take a break from the pain. Take a break from it. Get your focus away from that Five of Cups so that you can correct whatever issues are going on there. Because again, I really feel like you have a passion for this person.